Okay, we're getting a little pumpy, 21,500. And I took Sheldon's chart. Yeah, I took Sheldon's chart over here. Sheldon basically says, look, we broke through this pattern over here. That means Bitcoin is now broken through 21,000. And now we're on the way to probably 23,000. And if we break through 23,000, then we're going up to 26 or 27,000. If we don't, we're going all the way back down into this channel, which could take us back into 16,700 or 16,500, somewhere around there. Regardless of where this goes, regardless of whether this pump holds and all the crypto liquidations are finished, or whether this is just a little dead cat bounce, there are a couple of moves that you have to make for your portfolio today. Okay, urgent, have to be done today. I'm going to show you at the end of the show. If you don't do this today, then your portfolio may be in trouble. So it's going to be a huge show. I've got so much to talk to you guys about. And remember, at the end, that's where the magic's going to happen. So stay tuned until the very, very, very end. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just jump to the end, because the rest of the show is actually shit. You actually just here for the end. Trust me, trust me, trust me. All right, so let's do this. Big show. Let's have James?
Yeah.
Well, why aren't you at work today?
I'm sick.
You sick? What are your symptoms?
You know, like a COVID stuff.
COVID symptoms.
Yeah.
James, were you on Sheldon's trading call earlier all morning for 3 hours? Were you shorting Solana for 3 hours this morning?
Allegedly.
James, you cannot stay home to watch Sheldon's trading show. You cannot say you're sick and not come to work and then be trading on Sheldon's trading show. Leverage is not a disease, bro. I don't know what to do here anymore. So since Sheldon does these warm-ups for his live trading, right? And the problem is that when he does that, the whole office starts following him on trades. So you go to the design department, there's no one working on designs. There's no thumbnails ready. There's nothing ready. You look for James. James doesn't even come to the office anymore. He's at home.
You're lying.
Were you at the office yesterday?
I'm sick and I'm still working.
Were you at the office yesterday?
I cancelled my holiday on the weekend, my time with my family, because I'm sick.
Did you trade yesterday? James, did you trade yesterday? James, did you trade yesterday?
Every day.
You see, you guys, you tell me, what am I supposed to do? It's not only James, it's the design team, it's everybody. The only one that's not trading is Kyle, because he's negative, okay? Like the guy's like, no, the whole world's about to fall apart. There's no way that we should be trading. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to send out a memo that there's no more day trading with Sheldon in the day. That's it. No more. That's it. Sheldon, there is no more day trading in the day. End of story. James, no more day trading in the day. Finished. Cut.
I do not accept. Strike.
Welcome back, guys. So good to be with you guys again. I was here earlier. I don't know if you guys saw. We did a version of whale games. It was so much fun. We had 1,000 people playing. We gave away $2,000 from ByBit. It was, I don't know, let me quickly just show you how cool it was. I'm sure you guys saw it. You know, I got to show you this. I'm always so worried when I look up. I got to show you something. I'm so worried when I do this, right? So if you go you see the problem here is that you do you, and then the problem is U pawn comes up. You see, that's the problem. If you've been there once before, then every time you press U, unless you delete your history, U pawn comes up. Busted. Okay, but now we're going to YouTube, not YouPorn, and I want to show you the problem, guys. Remember, if your wives are looking at your computer, and you've been to YouPorn, every time you press YouPorn will be one of the things that comes up. So be careful of that. That's your financial advice for the day. I see James also hasn't changed the thumbnail on YouTube. So we did a live trading competition, we did a win $1,500 in whale games. It was actually a lot of fun. And let's just quickly, let's take a look at our leaderboard. And then, I mean, we know that the winner was cheating, but it doesn't matter. We've caught him cheating now. $500. And in third place, no, he was so fast, man. No, the winner was so fast. There's no way a guy could be that good. Anyway, we gave the guy $2,000 earlier. It was a lot of fun. So next time, all you need to do to get that is you need to go to the referral link, sign up with our ByBit referral link. Make sure there is money in your account, because a lot of you are just signing up without actually any intention of signing up. You're just signing up and not intending to use that account. And then ByBit are saying, well, we don't want to sponsor whale games anymore. And they give us the prize money. So you got to sign up with the prize money. So where do you go? Let me show you. So simple. You just go here and you see here. So you go here. You see this is the referral link. You sign up with this referral link. And not only, so then you sign up with that, and you get a up to $4,200 sign-up bonus. Now, next thing, while I've got you guys and we're talking about ByBit, we are participating in the ByBit World Series of Trading Competition. We have started our own team. It's called the Sniper Team, the Sniper Squad. Basically, what that is, how it works is, so ByBit are having a World Series of Trading, and how it works is there's $8 million in prize money. The winning team gets $1.8 million, and the founders of the team get 20%. So we, as the founders, Sheldon and I, get $360,000. Now, what we need to do is we need to get as many people to sign up to our team as possible. You need to trade with $500, but you're going to be trading with $500 anyway. And it doesn't matter how well everybody does. It matters how well the top 10 people do. That's how you win this thing. So we need to get the biggest team in the world. Once we get the biggest team in the world, we'll trade, etc. If our traders are the 10 best traders, then that means that $1.8 million will go to us, plus $360,000 will go to me and Sheldon, but we are going to take our $360,000 and just give it to all the people that participated. So we don't want to keep any of the money if we win. We just want to give it back to the community. So what do you need to do? Again, let's just quickly remind you guys. First thing, you go to our channel, you sign up using our ByBit link. Otherwise, it doesn't count. And if you already have a ByBit account, then just sign up another ByBit account and KYC our account. And then go to the second link over here and join up and sign up to Sniper Squad. Again, if we win, the biggest team is usually the one that wins. That's how it works. It's a law of numbers because it's the 10 best traders or the 10 best traders that win. So the bigger our team, and we are one of the biggest channels, the higher chance we have of winning. If we win, we get 1.8 million as a squad, but then we get another 360,000 for me and Sheldon, which we just give to you guys because we don't want the money. We don't want any money. We just want to give it back to the community. So that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. All right, now that we are 8 minutes into the show, we can actually start the crypto show, right? We've cleaned out everything out the way. James is fired, bro. It's going to be working from home for a long time. or unworking from home. James, do that again, bro. All right, let's talk about where we are in the crypto world. So this is where we are when it comes to the numbers. I love this channel that Sheldon did, where he said, look, we did break out of that 20,000. We are now 21,500. He's looking for a rejection at 22,983 or 23,000. And then he's looking for us to come down. But if we break through this 23,000 line, then we could be going all the way back to 30,000. And we could be going back to 30,000 quite quickly, because if you think about what happened in the last couple of days, it was unnatural liquidations. It wasn't the same liquidations. It wasn't the same kind of correlation that we've had with the stock market, where, where the stock market goes down 1%, maybe crypto goes down 2 or 3%. We completely depegged from the stock market. And we started to decorrelate from the stock market, and we had these cascading liquidations. Now, when those cascading liquidations happen, what you know is that all models are broken. Every model at that point becomes broken. It becomes liquidation after liquidation after liquidation after liquidation, and then all models are broken. You can take all your models and you can throw your damn models out the window. Nobody cares about the models. Even the stock to flow model. Now, I saw Vitalik jumped in. Now, I never thought that I'd see Vitalik jumping in talking about stock to flow, but even the stock to flow model, which I'll remind you, last year, the stock to flow model was a kind of religion. Like, that stock to flow model was supposed to get us to $100,000. Plan B was the absolute man. Today, no one talks about Plan B anymore. They only talk about Plan C, and Plan C is only talking about Celsius. So it's, I don't know, the dynamics of this crypto market have become a little bit, psychotic. Anyway, Vitalik says stock to flow is really not looking good now. I know it's impolite to gloat and all of that, but I think that financials models can give people a false sense of uncertainty and predestination that the number will go up and deserve the mockery that they get. So now even Vitalik is jumping in and saying, these models actually don't really work anymore. And what we're seeing now is that when you get these deleveraging events and these unnatural events, that's it. We're at the point now where people think that Bitcoin is dead. That's it. Now, because we broke through the 2017 high, we are the term Bitcoin is dead. Just look at the search terms on the weekend for Bitcoin is dead. So that's it. Bitcoin died again. And traditionally, if you buy when other people are saying Bitcoin is dead, then that is usually the best time to buy. When other people are panicking and saying, look, I should sell my crypto, we've broken the highs, there's a deleveraging event, crypto is going to shit, we do need to ask ourselves a whole lot of questions. We have to ask ourselves really two questions. One is, we have to ask ourselves, is our portfolio in good shape? And that's what we're going to talk about later on today, because I think that you need to add certain things to your portfolio, and I want to show you what I'm doing, and I want to show you exactly how I am doing it, okay? But then we also need to ask ourselves, like, real, rational questions, because what you'll find now is that now you're being a lot more rational about how you view crypto, how you view the tokens in your portfolio. If only we could have been like this in the bull market, we probably would have been the best investors in the world. Kyle was like that in the bull market, but he never invested in anything because he was so skeptical that he just kept his hand in his pocket. So you know what I'm doing now with Kyle? I think I've got him into a corner because he's always the guy that says, look, I'm not deploying. So now I said to him, look, Kyle, I'm going to give you, like, what do you say, $1,000? How much money do you want? 1,000, 2,000, what do you want?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going to give you 5,000. Too much. I'll give you $2,000. I'm going to give Kyle $2,000, right? Now, the rule is that he has to trade that $2,000 live, and he's allowed to keep all the profit. No, 50% of the profits. Let's be fair. 50% of the profits. 50, we said, and you don't take any losses, bro. You don't take any losses. And then I want to see what Kyle does.
100x long first trade.
Do whatever you want, but you got to do it live in front of the community. So if you want to go 100x long first trade, go 100x long first trade. I don't care. But you're doing it live in front of the community. So if you blow yourself up, you're going to have egg all over your face. That's it. And if you make money, then you'll be very proud. Yeah.
They're asking the comment.
No. I mean, look, at my age, it's hard to trust fast, bro. You got to be careful. So when we see these, okay, we seriously got to get a crypto show going. And I've got look here. Look, I just want to show you something. All right, look. You see how many tabs are open here? The show only finishes when I get through all the tabs. Okay, now we're still here. You get it? Like
we need to get going now.
We need to get going. Okay, so let's actually get going. Okay, so when you get a deleveraging event that there was no fight.
I swear I heard something as well. I didn't want to say anything.
There was no fight. God, sure. Okay, so when we get a deleveraging event, we have to, number one, we have to start looking at our portfolio with real critical eyes. And that's hopefully, if we get there, that's where I want to go and get to at the end of the show and show you what I'm doing with my portfolio and the questions that I'm asking of my portfolio. I'm also going to show you what kind of pickle I'm in at the moment. I'm in a huge pickle. We also need to ask ourselves some real sobering questions. And I saw this tweet that asked a whole lot of really sobering questions. He says, the last couple of months have been brutal, but let's look at my long-term thesis. Let's look at where I could have been wrong. Let's look if crypto could go to zero, and let's look at the non-doomsday bear cases that may happen. So he says, as an investor, value products are being built in crypto, are built using crypto. There's crypto adoptions. For as long as good products are being built and there is adoption, markets will go up. The thesis is wrong if no useful financial products are being built. Adoption is being killed or banned by government, recession or loss of trust, and winning projects aren't investable. So is there a chance that the winning projects are not investable? So what can kill crypto and what can make crypto go to zero? Government bans crypto. Chances are governments aren't banning crypto, and not when Joe Biden has come out and said that there's an executive order to actually regulate crypto. Can they shut off the on-ramps and off-ramps? I don't think that's going to happen, okay? major ETH failure. So this is for me the biggest opportunity, the biggest catalyst in crypto at the moment, and also the biggest risk to crypto. If the ETH POS chain merge with the proof of work chain does not work successfully, then we could have a disaster unlike any disaster we've ever seen on our hands. But if it does work, then it could be the biggest catalyst to crypto. I think that the Ethereum developers are adopting a very responsible approach here. The testnet, the beacon chain launched, and it's ready for a trial merge. And we're probably only looking at this in Q3 of the year. So that big risk, in my mind, is probably not going to play out, but there is a chance that it's going to happen. Can there be a USDT or USDC collapse? It's possible, but I don't think so. I think that Tether is going to go through its audit, and I think that Tether is backed, and maybe it's not 100% backed, but it's backed enough. Okay, so that's another thing that can happen. Could it be that coins don't actually capture any value? So we haven't really answered the question as to how do these coins capture the value of the network. We do know that with some coins it works, like Ethereum, which had a $5 trillion worth of settlement last year, managed to capture some of the value. So these are the type of coins or questions that we should be asking. Is there a severe economic recession? What would happen to crypto if there was a severe economic recession? You have to look at crypto with those eyes now in the bear market. And if you do that, and if you reposition your portfolio with those eyes, with those kind of questions, with that kind of mindset, then you will definitely have a winning portfolio when we actually start recovering. And when we recover, we're going to recover super fast. I want to just show you just something that I did earlier today, but look at the recovery. So just look at the recovery. So yeah, it's interesting to see who recovered and why they recovered so fast. So Solana up 20%, Phantom up 20%, Link up 13%, AVAX up 10%. It's interesting to see which tokens are recovering. Those are the clues. That's where we get our clues. So I wanted to show you this. Look at this. You want to talk about recoveries. Let me show you the amazing opportunities that we got for people who were willing to invest when others were fearful. If you would have bought Render at the bottom, you would have made 77%. Now, we knew this because we knew that there was a forced liquidation in Render, like from one of the big funds. So we bought a little bit of Render, not enough Render, but you would have been up 77%. And if you look at Bitcoin over that period of time, so let's quickly just go to Bitcoin. Here we go. So here's Bitcoin. So you look at Bitcoin from bottom to top. There's your wick bottom, and you look at where it is now, 20%, 22%. But if you look at tokens like Render, up 77%. If you look at Phantom, okay, so this is another beautiful one, beautiful one. I'm going to take it from the bottom about a week ago, and I'm going to take it up to the top, 52%, 53% if you would have bought Phantom in a week, in less than a week. This is my favorite. Here we go. So let's look at Solana. Let's take it from that point and go all the way up 50%. You would have made 50%. So this is an opportunity. These times of volatility are an opportunity. And now you've got to pay attention. You've got to take a thesis. You've got to look at the thesis and you've got to say, do I believe that Bitcoin is going to bounce or get rejected by the 23,000 level? In which case, what is my buy list? What is my buy list? When this happens, what is my... And let me switch off that irritating sound. What is my buy list? And that's what I'm going to show you later on today. And then the other thing is, if it does get rejected, and we do get down to 16,700, what is my buy list? And if we don't, what do I do? And that's what we're going to talk about. I want to show you a strategy that works either way. So it works if we break this 23,000, but it also works if we don't break the 23,000 and we go all the way back down. I want to show you that strategy. But you can see where the recoveries are. Here's another one for you. You want to see another recovery? Okay, this is what you call a recovery. And I want to show you because this is a very interesting recovery. This is Celsius. Celsius is up 1,213%. You would have 12 extra money if you would have got into Celsius at the low. Let's say you didn't get into the low. Let's say you just got in over here. You got in like on the 20th, when was it? Like on the 19th, 2 days ago, you would have been up 156%. Okay? Why? So this is a catch. This is a bit of a catch. I think that there's a couple of things happening here. The first thing that is happening here is we are seeing the power of Celsius. Celsius has three things which I think are going for it. Number one, Celsius has a very, very, very strong community. And we now are learning the power of community. Number two, the community is so strong that what they do is they locked up their tokens in Celsius. So 85% of all Celsius tokens are actually locked, which means it's a very, 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 very short free flow. It's a very small free flow of tokens. And the third thing you've got is this community, which has now started to rally. Okay, so what did these geniuses do? They're geniuses. They realized that 83% of the tokens are locked up in platforms. So what do? They all buy Celsius on FTX, move the tokens on FTX, and they created a short squeeze on FTX to punish the people who were shorting Celsius. Now, that's what you call a community coming together, the power of community coming together. 83% of their tokens are staked. The rest, what they did was they went and bought them on Celsius and sold them into 1 inch, and so got them out of the centralized exchange and started to cause a short squeeze. Here's the on-chain data that shows it. These people were just removing Celsius tokens out of FTX, which is the major exchange that was trading Celsius. At the same time, though, it's not like the founder is not doing his bit. And what it feels like is going on there, even though we've had silence from Alex Mashinsky, because he can't talk now, because of all the lawsuits and whatever else, what it looks like they are doing in the meantime is they're paying down all their loans. So they had a loan on Aave, $264 million loan with a 1.44 health factor. And now there's 371 million with a 1.91 health factor. So the loan on Aave has completely reduced. They had a Chainlink loan for Chainlink holders, and that's it. It's at zero. There's no more loan. So what they're doing is they are raising, they are paying off all their debts. Here's another one. They paid 10 million DAI towards their loans on Compound. So it does look like in the back, something is going on. And it looks like Celsius may actually survive this. They're not at any more at a risk of liquidation. And we can only imagine that Alex Mashinsky is sitting at the back there and finding a way to try and reduce all these loans, wait for some kind of recovery, and maybe we can be in a position where the Celsius community actually win here. Who knows? It would be an amazing success story if it happened. It would be amazing. It would be amazing if it happened. It would be amazing. I'd love to see it happening. It would be a real story of community and a hungry founder. If they did take too many risks with clients' money, I'm not condoning that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying it would be nice to see a hungry founder and a community actually come out and actually beat what may have been an attack or may have just been a market liquidation. Otherwise, I don't know. I'd love to see how this plays out. All right, so that's one part of the liquidations. The other liquidation that we have to talk about, it, is this comedy that happened on Solana. Solend, which is a lending protocol on Solana, had one whale which had this massive position. Remember, so the whale had 170 million Solana deposited and 108 million stables borrowed. So these guys started to panic because his liquidation price was $22. Sol got nowhere near $22. But what they did was they sound like a bunch of kids. So they started to panic when Solana was at $30. Panic. They're going past these ridiculous. First of all, they try and get hold of this whale who obviously wasn't on vacation. It is vacation time. It's summer vacation time in the States. It's June. Selling may go away. Everyone goes away. Guy was probably lying in the Hamptons on his beach house that he bought with the loan that he took around the stables. He took a $108 million loan, probably bought himself a nice house at the Hamptons, switched off his phone for just a little bit of time, didn't realize what was going on in the market, didn't realize that this decentralized protocol was actually sending him messages on his phone and going, hey, guys, dude, please answer your phone. Guy was in the Hamptons. Guy was partying it up. Guy was, maybe in Ibiza. Maybe taking mollies in a nightclub in Ibiza, jaw on his ear like this. You don't know. You don't know where the guy was. Anyway, because we know that for sure that if he took a $108 million loan, we know the guy's got money, right? And he's probably spending the money because it's summer. And so they passed those ridiculous things where they were going to take control of his funds and they were going to liquidate him responsibly. That's what they said. And anyway, I'm glad to say that finally today they got in contact with this whale. And now what the whale is going to do, get this, he's starting to move his loans to all other platforms. So he's spreading his loans across a whole lot of other platforms. So now this whole thing has come to an end. But what did this protocol also decide to do? They decided to introduce a new account borrow limit. So basically saying, look, I know we're a decentralized protocol and I know we're trying to reinvent the future of finance, but also what we also got to do is we have to reduce the amount of people so that there's not too much risk to our decentralized protocol. Look, you ask me, it sounds like you're dealing with a bunch of kids here. I don't know the protocol. I'm not an investor, but it's like one protocol causing so much FUD on Solana, which is garbage. It's just one protocol. And I mean, thank God that this whale returned from his mushroom trip and actually answered his phone or switched on his Twitter and realized exactly what was going on and actually phoned the decentralized protocol and said, look guys, don't worry, I'm going to start moving my money around. I mean, it just sounds so ridiculous. It's just the most ridiculous story of decentralization that I've ever heard. Anyway, let's move on because remember we spoke about the tabs and how quickly I have to get through all of these tabs. The one thing that we are noticing is we heard that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX keep bailing out companies, and that this crash could have been a whole lot worse if SBF didn't bail out a whole lot of companies. He admitted it. He said if we didn't bail out a whole lot of companies, this crash would have been way worse. Now, what does that remind you of, Carl? When there is like, okay, so I'm gonna run you through it because I know you're smart, and maybe Jimmy can also answer this one. Jimmy, listen carefully. So the answer. So the question is the following. Okay, it'll be the next question in Well Game. So best you listen. So the question is as following. It's a 3-letter acronym. Is acronym the right word? Yeah, 3-letter acronym. Yes. Okay, starts with an F, and whenever a market is falling apart, they jump in to help. Okay, don't answer, Carl. Don't answer. Okay, Jimmy, what's the answer? It starts with an F. Every time the market goes down, they jump in and they stabilize the market. What's the answer?
Shit, I don't know.
You must be really sick.
I'll give him a clue.
Carl, what's the answer, Carl?
It starts with the F and ends with a D.
No, it's FTX. Because so look, I tweeted this earlier. FTX is like the Fed, but it's for crypto. Exactly. It's also 3 letters, F. It starts with an F, it's got 3 letters. And what it does is it fixes, whenever the market goes down, it jumps in and it helps everybody. Now, remember BlockFi. BlockFi came out when the Celsius thing happened. BlockFi came out and said, look, we weren't involved with 3 Arrows Capital. We weren't there. We were not part of the 3 Arrows Capital thing at all. Our risk management system worked very, very well. We can confirm that we maintain rigorous, prudent, proactive approach to risk management across our business. This includes managing risks that may be posed by the individual client. Our client experience is unchanged, and client funds are safeguarded. Remember they came out with this whole we did it, okay? Basically parading. Today, and then they said, BlockFi has no exposure to Celsius. We have never worked with them. BlockFi does not hold any STETH. Basically, what they're telling you here is that there's no problems with BlockFi. BlockFi, fucking best thing since we are so healthy. And then today, BlockFi signed a term sheet with FTX to secure a $250 million facility, providing us access to capital that further bolsters our balance sheet. Hold on. Do you know what? When I have to play something for them. See, the problem is every time I do it does you porn again. Got to fix that, guys. Someone help me. I got to fix that. Someone help me. Got to fix that. Okay, hold on. I mean, Carl sends you one porn video and then you click it and that's what happens.
We're even getting porn adverts in the comments. We're banning them left, right, and center.
Okay, wait.
You see, it's the algorithm.
Hold on. I've got it. Just hold on. Okay, so now I'm gonna repeat the BlockFi story, and then I'm gonna make it funny. Okay, so listen. Okay, so BlockFi, when this whole thing is collapsing, clear cash. That's what I'm gonna do. So when the whole market is collapsing, when Three Arrows Capital gets liquidated, they say, look, they don't actually comment on specific lines, but they have these rigorous risk management systems, and our clients experience unaffected. When Celsius goes down, they're like, oh, no, we had no exposure to Celsius. We had no exposure whatsoever to Celsius. We also didn't have any exposure to STEs. We are basically very, 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 very secure and safe, and there's no problems. And then today, they do a signed term sheet with FTX official for $250 million. Okay, I better stop this because before we get a copyright strike for this shit. All right, so what we're seeing is that the FTX, not the Fed. It's the other three letter. The Fed for crypto. The Fed for crypto is bailing out all these institutions that are falling. I feel like we can't have a serious show today. I just feel it's not going to work. Yeah, because remember the Fed. Okay, wait, I have to focus now. FTX also bailed out Voyager. So you just think like there's like maybe five lending companies. FTX bailed out. FTX allegedly attacked Celsius, bailed out Voyager, bailed out BlockFi. Now, I think what we need to wait for is we need to wait for them to bail out Celsius. I mean, if FTX is going to bail out Voyager and BlockFi, why can't the Fed also bail out Celsius? It just doesn't make sense. What kind of Fed is that? That only bails out half the company. Yeah. Okay, so you got to see this as potential takeovers, because once SBF puts in a loan into these companies, it comes with conditions. It definitely does come with conditions. And I wouldn't be surprised if you go to a company that needs cash when they really need cash, they're willing to accept it at any terms. And then next we'll see SBF actually take over this company. Remember that last year, there was an exchange called Liquid, which was hacked. SBF lent them $150 million after the hack, Good Samaritan. And then what happened? A couple of months later, bang, Liquid has been taken over by FTX. That's what happened. That's what happened. All right, let's carry on.
See, yes, the type of comments that you're making come into the spam with your browser history. See.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Okay, I must stop talking about that. Okay. Okay, just a quick announcement. This is a public service announcement. If you work for Terra in Korea, you can't leave. You can't leave Korea. But don't worry, because we'll come and visit you, because there is a Korea blockchain week, which we're going to be at in Seoul on the 7th to 14th of August. We're going to be there. We're also going to give away a whole lot of tickets to people that want to come with us to Korea. And if you are a Luna developer, you can't leave Korea, because that's what happened now. They put all the Luna developers, they said, look, you can't leave Korea. You're on like a no-fly list, right? No, not allowed to leave the country. But guys, don't worry. We'll come to you. You don't have to come to us. We'll come to you. We'll be at Korea Blockchain Week to visit you guys. We'll bring you food, because you can't leave the country. Apparently that's what's happening now in Korea. Yeah, you can't leave the country. All right, what else? Cardano. Hold on, I got to do it with a little bit more emotion. Hold on. Surprise! The Cardano Vasil hard fork delayed. New timeline is revealed. The fork was supposed to go live on the 29th of June, which is like in a week. And they're still finalizing it, and there's a couple of bugs. I must say, I actually agree with this, and I'm a Cardano holder. You all know I'm a Cardano holder. I like Cardano. I think Cardano is taking a brand new approach. I kind of think that there's 3 approaches in blockchain, and I think no one knows which approach is actually going to work. So the first approach is the ETH approach. The ETH approach was launch, get the thing going, and then upgrade it mid-flight. Okay, now we see the problems with that. Like ETH grew too quickly. They're trying to upgrade it mid-flight. They keep delaying their merge. It's not a bad approach, but maybe not the optimal approach. The second approach is the Solana approach, which is launch a testnet and keep testing and keep testing and keep testing, keep breaking it on the testnet, and then eventually go to mainnet if they ever get to mainnet, because it's just so comfortable being on testnet. When you're on testnet, you can always say, I'm on testnet, like, so you just keep saying I'm on testnet. So every time you fail, it's like, oh, don't worry, I'm on testnet. Solana's been on testnet longer than I was in 12th grade. Okay, I was in 12th grade for like 3 years. Solana has been in testnet for longer than that. So it's now a race between Solana and me finishing my 12th grade. Okay, Cardano's taken a third approach, and that is test everything academically. Don't build too much on it. Don't get too much usage on it until we know this thing actually works. I think that you got to take a bet on all 3. That's why I don't think this is bad. This is great and probably expected and great. And I'm still, regardless of this delay, still backing Cardano, believe it or not. Yeah, okay. Okay, now we must talk about, we actually did talk about this. Let me quickly just find this. I don't know if we're going to have enough time. Maybe we'll talk about it for a couple of minutes, and maybe tomorrow we can do a full portfolio show on it. But what I wanted to show you was, hold on a second, let me actually just find it. The show has been so everywhere and so not serious. And this is like a serious day. Okay, here it is. So what I was looking at was I'm looking at the tokens that are recovering and the amount of money that you could have made if tokens were recovering. And I showed you how much money you could have made if you bought Render. You probably nearly bought you could have bought 100%. You could have made 100%. Solana, you would have made 50%. Phantom, you would have made 50%. And what it shows you is that if you have the right portfolio and you are positioned correctly, you can make a whole lot of money very, very, very quickly. And so it's very important that you act today, right now, and make sure that you actually have the right tokens. And you got to get out of all the shit tokens in your portfolio. And you got to make sure that regardless of the price, regardless of how much you're down, some of my tokens, I'm down 96%. I'll give you a great example. I bought QuickSwap. I'm down 96% on QuickSwap. Okay? And I actually took the loss and I moved the loss to something which I think is going to recover and going to recover quickly. And that's the urgent message that I thought everybody on the whole community needs to get. It is to say, look, it's time to be honest with each other and be honest with yourself and face the facts, because that's the first thing, and say, look, maybe my portfolio is not where it should be. Maybe it's not. I actually want to show you confession time. And I mean, this is not my entire portfolio, so please don't go and say, oh, but you didn't show us your whole portfolio. I'm not claiming that this is my entire portfolio. I'm going to show you the problem that I had. I'm going to show you how I fixed it, and then you guys need to be doing exactly the same. And you need to be doing exactly the same today, not tomorrow, not next week, because if you do wait until tomorrow, next week, you may miss the whole run. So this is today what I said to the investment team was, I said, I want a list of all the tokens that we hold. Okay. So usually when I say that, they give me 20 tokens and they say, this is our holdings. And they don't give me the whole picture because there are a whole lot of tokens that we bought for a lot of money. Like I'll give you an example. I put like 100 grand into Sunny. That 100 grand is worth $900. Okay. I was there. I lost money just like everybody else. I knew the risks when I did it. And now that money is not worth a lot. And maybe I kept holding on to it because I thought maybe one day it's going to recover. Maybe one day it's going to recover. Maybe one day it's going to recover. Now is the time to say, look, who cares? I don't care whether the market is going up or down. What I care about is fixing my portfolio and looking at it with critical eyes and cutting out all the shit from our portfolio and cutting out every single one of the emotions and restructuring a portfolio so that when the bounce comes, like I just showed you, the bounce, here, let me show you the bounce. Stop peeping at my portfolio, guys. It's absolutely rude what you guys are doing. But so when the bounce comes like this and you do make 50%, I've got to make sure that I can capitalize on the bounce. Now, with this portfolio that I've got, which by the way has 81 tokens, okay? 81 tokens. It used to have 82, but then Luna destroyed itself. I got to be critical. I got to be critical and say, it's time for me to stop being emotional and to actually put my hand on my heart and here, let me make it bigger for you guys. Can you make it bigger? Hold on, let's see if we can make it bigger.
Isn't there on the bottom right?
Oh yeah,
200%.
there we go. Huh. Amazing. It's like Viagra, but for Excel. Okay, so what you get here is, so look, I mean, I'm just going to show you how I'm thinking about my portfolio. And I mean, Blue Crate, you don't have to laugh. My HODL portfolio is wrecked, just like everybody else's HODL portfolio. Anyone who was in altcoins is wrecked. There's no genius in the world that can tell you that their portfolios outperform, but it's time to make sure that we make our portfolios look good. So I'm going to show you how I'm thinking about my portfolio. First thing is, I've taken all the tokens in my portfolio and I've put them onto one spreadsheet, and I now know that I have 81 tokens in my portfolio, which is a big mistake. Too many tokens. Now, I want to show you how I'm thinking about it. Right now, looking at my stablecoin portfolio, and I'm saying at these levels, I don't care if we're at the bottom or not at the bottom, but we're close enough to the bottom for me to start deploying. I have Bitcoin in my portfolio, and Bitcoin, I consistently want to add Bitcoin to my portfolio. Arweave is now my third biggest holding. Well, sorry, it's my second biggest holding. My stables are just at the top. But I have too much. So even though I think it's a great protocol, I'm not adding anymore because I have too much. Solana, I think that the opportunity to buy Solana at this kind of market cap, and I want to show you what I mean when I say at this kind of market cap. You got to take a view on whether you think Solana is going to succeed. I think Solana is definitely going to succeed. Yes, it has the problems, but the fundamentals are that Solana has the most active addresses out of any blockchain. There's Magic Eden, which is the marketplace on Solana, the NFT marketplace, has just raised an valuation of 1.6 billion. Solana may win in the NFT category for the masses. It may also win in the financial blockchain category. It may not be the most decentralized and it may not be the most reliable, but that doesn't matter. That does not matter. Okay, now, if you share the same view as I share, then you go to CoinGecko and you say, hold on a second. Let's look at Solana's market cap. Let's look at Solana's market cap. And you realize that the fully diluted market cap, okay, let's just quickly, here we go. Zoom, yes, you now have to zoom out here. Okay, so you have a market cap of $13 billion. The fully diluted is about $20 billion. I think, where do you see fully diluted? Yeah, 20, where do you see fully diluted on CoinGecko?
It's usually there, otherwise you have to.
Yeah, it's usually there. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We know it's about $20 billion. We know that ETH is at $100 billion after this dip, which means that if I think that Solana is going to work, then at a valuation of $20 billion, I've got to be buying it. And so I'm buying Solana. Okay, so definitely one which I'm buying now is Solana. So I've said add aggressively. ETH, I'm adding, but I'm adding slowly. I think it's cheap now. I think it's really cheap now. But I also think that the upside on ETH is maybe a 3x or a 4x or a 5x, but at the same time, if we get into a bull market, Solana can do a 10 or 20x. So I'm saying add slowly. Then Phantom. Bottom line with Phantom is I have too much Phantom. And so I want to reduce my exposure to Phantom. Why do I want to reduce my exposure? I think the protocol is good. I think the technology is good. I don't think they have enough strong VCs behind them building or supporting enough big projects. And so to me, I have too much exposure. Okay, then you look at Superfarm. Love Superfarm. Love what Elio is doing, but I personally am overexposed. And so I think I want to reduce that and buy things that don't have that. I want to spread that over things that I believe in. ThorChain. I want to be adding ThorChain aggressively. I don't have enough. I think that I don't have enough. I think that ThorChain is one of the protocols that's really going to work. I think it's back down at 193. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying more. Okay, now the question is, where am I getting more from? I'm not deploying my stables right now. I deployed between $17,000 and $20,000 in Bitcoin. I deployed a whole lot of stables. I'm not deploying stables right now. I am going through this list and I'm selling the stuff that I don't think is going to be a core holding of mine after the bull market. So to be blunt, I am selling the smaller tokens. I'm selling the games. I love Splinterland. I think it's a great game. But truth is, if for the risk return, risk reward, I can take that money and I can put that money into Near Protocol at $3.55, and there's probably a 4 or 5x in Near Protocol with a lot less risk, right? And the same thing when I look at all the smaller holdings on my portfolio. Ultra, love Ultra, I think it's great, but I think the risk reward is not right. And so what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, I'm going to be shifting my investments from the big that I have, the big ones that I have, and I'm going to be putting it into a couple, probably 30 maximum, where I've got 30 tokens and portfolios that I am, 30 tokens in my portfolio that I'm very, very, very bullish about. Now look, we don't have much more time today. But I will continue this with you guys tomorrow. We'll spend some more time going through portfolios and actually building the optimal portfolio and cleaning out the shit. We must clean out the closet, get the shit out. It doesn't matter what the price is, because I'll show you why. If I take a very small position of mine, look, so I go to the bottom here and I say, okay, let's look at Akash Network, okay? Akash Network is down. If I wanted to sell Akash Network and move the money into, I don't know, Kilt, ThorSwap, it doesn't matter because they all went down. So I'm just taking one and I'm moving it to another. Okay, now maybe one went down more than the other. That doesn't matter. Just get your portfolio to the right place. Okay, get your portfolio to a place where you're comfortable with everything that you're holding. That is what you're going to be doing. And then you sit back and you relax and you say, look, you know, I was so smart in the bear market. I actually sold all my shit and I bought a whole lot of good stuff. And the thing is, the stuff that I bought is probably going to recover very well because we know how to predict what's going to recover and what's not going to recover. We don't know when the market's going to recover, but we kind of know which protocols are going to recover when they're going to recover. And that's all you need to do. But you need to do that. I did it. I faced the ugly truth today. I've got a list of 81 tokens and I'm going to spend the rest of the night reducing and reducing and reducing. And by Friday, I'm going to have a very, very, very clean portfolio. And I'll show you the clean portfolio. And by Friday, maybe James will be feeling better. Maybe he will be recovered from leverage illness. He's got a bad case of leverage illness.
James.
Gonna find Sheldon. Let me find Sheldon. God's sake. Let me find him. Hold on.
What happened to 30-minute shows?
Shut up. You're fired, bro.
Twice.
Why is it not ringing? Is it ringing? Sheldon. What's up, bro? Can you hear me? No more leverage trading during the day, please. Are you sure? Because James has got leverage disease, bro.
No, he does. I can see.
Yeah, please. No more leverage trading during the day, please, bro.
I agree, bro. I promise I won't.
All right, buddy. Chat later. Are you going live later? Hold on. Are you going live? Are we trading later?
I quit.
After work. After work.
So we're nearly there. Yeah.
After work. Okay. All right, buddy. All right, guys, listen. Love you guys madly. Remember, if you do want to join us tomorrow, we're definitely going to be doing another one of our whale. What's it called? Whale games. Whale games. So if you want to join us, remember there's a ByBit link below. Sign up before tomorrow. Claim your bonus, and you will also claim your bonus, and you can enter and play with us. It's a lot of fun. Also, remember Sheldon's going live. Set up your accounts before, because when Sheldon is live, it's too late. Because by the time you transfer money into those accounts, you're going to miss the trade. Sheldon's trades are like milliseconds. Like, get in, bang, you get in. If you don't get in, you miss it. I've missed I've never actually traded because I've missed the trade. Yeah, and people are saying spin the wheel. Tomorrow I'll spin the wheel. All right, kids, love you guys madly. Another long show.
30 minutes. Well done.
30 hours. I managed to just finish just at 30 minutes today. See you guys again tomorrow. Until then, much love, fam. Much love.
Oh, you got me. Still on. I'm putting a trade, by the way. I won't stop
Shame.
trading.
That thing he was doing with his eyes. See you guys again tomorrow.